could argue now that Nina and Yoshi are stronger than Dragunov, and I would listen to that argument. There's absolutely merit to that argument. He's still such an unbelievably strong character, and it's fun to see these top players see these nerfs and immediately go like, friendship over with Dragunov. Now let's all play Yoshi. What's up guys, MainManSWE here, hoping you're all doing awesome as always, and unfortunately, there's a huge crisis in the tier whoring community. Some of the top players, competitive players, are now screaming, well, I'm not gonna exaggerate, you know, clickbait YouTuber stuff. They're saying that Dragunov maybe doesn't cut it anymore after 109, the nerfs. So I'm gonna read a tweet here by Lord Atifbot, who of course is one of the best players in the world and has played a lot of Dragunov lately. So has Ulsan, and Nobi has also expressed concerns for the future of Russian man, Sergei Dragunov. So I'm gonna read Atifbot's tweet here. Dragunov nerfs after the recent patch is really challenging to play him now. Well, I didn't feel that yesterday when I played ranked, but you know, that's ranked. But I believe he is still better than some of the characters. Only a few of them, yeah. I will continue with him, but I will look for some other character choices to play competitively. Right. And also, Nobi said on a recent stream, apparently this was translated, that, yeah, he feels that Dragunov is no longer top 1. Dragunov is probably now top 10. There are characters that are way better now. And he went into it like the down 2 nerf is too much. It lost 3 damage, right? It went from 17 to 14, and he said, oh my god, this adds up because I'm gonna use 10 of these per match, right? And that means 3 times 10, I did 30 less damage that match. And then it was so funny. He pointed out that, do you know what that means for a tournament? Like 30 less damage in 1 match. What if I play 10 matches? That's 300 less damage I dealt. And I'm just like, okay, now you're stretching a little bit here. But so they felt that, you know, they nerfed down 2. They nerfed back for 3. And they nerfed the best move in the game, which is Sneak 4. So yet again, we're going to talk about their concerns. But again, I just want to go over what happened. Down 2 lost 3 damage. This hurt not only his low game, but of course his tracking game as well. This is his best homing button, like arguably. It's still an amazing low, but it is a significant nerf, losing 3 damage on that. And then back for 3. A lot of you didn't know this, but the second hit was basically homing. It has no homing trail here, right? But that kick was, for all intents and purposes, homing. This is why a lot of pro Dragunovs would just throw this in the neutral. And I was like, that seems so risky. They certainly didn't do that in Tekken 7, but that's when I realized after, you know, some time that, okay, they do that as a homing utility. And back for 3, of course. Heat engager, wall splat, super hard. Due to 14 frame startup and how fast it is, it's actually a very hard mid-high move to duck. It's a bit like if you've ever played against a Lee, 4-1 is also 14 frame startup, very hard to react to and duck. Unlike Lee, this motherfucker can mix you with mids here. And can go into sneak, into all kinds of disgusting shit. And you also want to respect this high, right? So there's so much more to it with Dragunov. So this second hit will now never track at all. So that was a great change, but of course hurts his homing utility. And then Sneak 4, this was something Nobi was very, very upset about, actually. He was like, well, now at the wall, this would wall splat. And he's like, oh my god, no wall splat, only plus 17 heat engager? A travesty? Because he felt like, all we have now for a safe wall splat is this. Right? While setting free is -9 on block. This is now the only safe wall splat we have. Everything else is punishable, right? And back for free can be ducked, right? You know, still having while standing free for a safe wall splat is really nice. And the problem was, should you really have a +7 on block wall splat? That ships. This is not a heat move, by the way, right? It's not a heat move. It's always there. The question is, should you have ever had that? +7 on block mid wall splat with infinity reach that hits grounded. So when you're oaking someone at the wall here, it's like if they stay on the ground, they get hit. If they stand back up and they crouched because they thought you were going for a hatchet, they got wall splatted. And if they blocked, they were -7. There is just no winning in that situation for the opponent. This is something I touched upon yesterday, where our viewer told me, like, well, even with the nerfs, Dragunov is significantly ahead of Nina and Yoshi, right? Those are the top 3s. And I was like, absolutely not. You could argue now that Nina and Yoshi are stronger than Dragunov, and I would listen to that argument. There's absolutely merit to that argument. And he said, Nobi, that everyone now in Japan basically is practicing Yoshi. Because they believe Yoshi now is the strongest character. And he very well could be. Even prior to these nerfs, there were people saying Yoshi is the strongest character, right? And Nina is hilariously broken. But it's only Arslan playing her. I think this is due to she's actually more difficult to play than Dragunov and Yoshi. So that's why top players just don't want to bother, because they want the character to be easy to pilot as well. What I wanted to say with this video is that it's hilarious to see nerfs to this character. He's still super strong, by the way. He's still an absolute monster. You know, I feel like, you know, if I get a wall there, 1 billion damage, he's still such an unbelievably strong character. And it's fun to see these top players see these nerfs and immediately go like, friendship over with Dragunov. Now let's all play Yoshi, right? But the character is still super strong. I'm sure we're still gonna see him at... Oh, by the way, Ulsan also said that he believes Dragunov is closer to like top 10 now. even Ulsan, who's been winning all of these tournaments, is like, Dragunov kind of trash now. I wonder how much they're tweeting about this stuff to kind of send a wink to the balancing team, like, oh, don't nerf him anymore. I believe they're still gonna play Dragunov in tournaments, but it would be kind of sad to see them all pick up Yoshi now instead. But it's so finicky, you know, the tier whoring in tournaments and what is meta now. I still believe you're going to see Dragunov from Atif Butt and Ulsan just because of a sheer investment they've already made into the character and the ease of use. The ease of use compared to Nina, at least. Yoshi's kind of brain dead, but there's still more going on strategy-wise compared to Dragunov. And it's so fun to see downplay of a character that has this attack. It's funny to me to see downplay of that. And still, of course, having this low, and this low is still amazing. Dragunov is still giga strong, S+ tier. We'll see going forward if we're gonna play Yoshi, if you're gonna see Yoshi a heck of a lot more at tournaments. If these tweets are anything to go by, it seems like it. We are all waiting for the next big balance patch, which seems like it's going to arrive with Season 2. They don't want to shake things up too much considering the Tekken World Tour going on. We have Tekken World Tour Finals soon. But hopefully, knock on wood, you know, start of next year, we see a big balance patch and it's gonna tone down Yoshi and Nina quite significantly. Because this is the trio, you know, Dragunov, Nina, Yoshi. And of course, what Yoshi needs is a... Hello, balancing team. I'm sure you watch my videos, right? What Yoshi needs is a damage reduction. You can't have this. You can't have this and have the damage he has. It just doesn't work. I believe his wall combo also does too much damage. Last hit does 19 if delayed. It's too much damage. That's the biggest problem with Yoshi. He needs damage reduction. This healing stuff. Do you see my health bar? I mean, what the fuck is this? That is way too much health to heal. Considering when I'm in heat, I can do a million of these interactions, right? It's just too much. Health regeneration, the permanent one, needs to be toned down. And then his Oki needs to go back to nuanced and interesting, where we needed different options to cover different get-ups. And you needed some execution to get nice things going. This Oki loop just has to go. This Oki loop needs to go. Forward 1+2 needs toning down. 100%. That is almost unbeatable. There's no counterplay, really. So, forward 1+2 needs toning down. And then 1-1 is a joke. 1-1 is a joke. It's way too multi-purpose spammable. It's -9 on block. Safe. You know how powerful it is just checking with a jab? It's the best move in the game. And then if you challenge me, that's guaranteed. NSS, right? This is now a wall splat. And I heal. Look at my health bar. This is a joke. Yeah, that has to go, in my opinion. Problematic things about this character, but I hope they tone down. You can make a long list for Nina as well. But so, yeah, I just wanted to give you a heads up on the tier whoring situation of Tekken 8 and the top 3 characters, and hopefully Yoshi and Nina are nerfed very soon. I really hope it happens very soon. Hope you all have a great day. Take care.